shell casings scattered haphazardly around Ronnie's body.
Normally in a case like that, the gun's jamming for some reason.
So someone, the murderer's gun, jammed, and that was the reason for the unspent shell casing.
Well, that was the theory initially.
Police tracked down a neighbor who reports seeing a dark-skinned male running from the scene.
Did the witnesses seem to suggest that this was a black person leaving the home of Ronnie who killed her?
One of the witnesses indicated that the person that they saw walking away was a short, thin, African-American looking person in appearance with dark curly hair.
Another witness tells cops they remember a black car speeding away.
So that's what you had to go on.
That was the information from the witnesses, yes.
News of a possible killer on the loose rocks the city of Deerfield.
Nothing bad ever happens in Deerfield, so word of the shooting spread quickly.
Across town, Sean gets a call from a local reporter telling him a pregnant lady has just been shot in Ronnie's neighborhood.
Listen, I've been getting calls from the media. This is Sean Gale. Was it Ronnie Ryder? Is she okay?
Yes, it was Ronnie, and no, she's not.
She's dead? I gotta call her parents. Who would do this?
He was very upset on the phone. You could barely make out what he was saying.
While many rushed to console the grieving gridiron great, Deerfield police weren't buying his tears.
Was Sean considered a person of interest?
Initially, Sean was considered a person of interest almost immediately.
Sean tells police he had nothing to do with Ronnie's murder.
Did he have an alibi?
He did. He was getting his hair cut in North Chicago.
Was there a possibility that he could have committed the crime and then gotten back to the barbershop in that time frame?
It was theoretically possible.
So he wasn't ruled out because of that alibi?
Not because of the alibi, no.
But what about that eyewitness's description of the slim African-American man spotted fleeing the scene?
Did Sean's physical build match that of the fleeing suspect?
In fact, he's a former professional football player, so he was a bigger guy, and the physical build didn't match at all.
Still, cops couldn't rule out the possibility Sean had an accomplice or hired a hitman.
Unfortunately, suspect number one is going to be the other half.
The big question cops couldn't answer, why would Sean want to kill Ronnie and his unborn baby girl?
We still didn't know the whole story, so we're still trying to piece things together. But Sean was still a primary person of interest.
Then investigators stumble across a bizarre letter inside Ronnie's purse, written in broken English.
What about this letter that was found in Ronnie's purse?
It was a letter drafted to a number of women. I believe there may have been 15, 16, 17 women on this letter, including Ronnie.
Cops soon discover the women on the list had one thing in common. They were all sleeping with Sean Gale.
They knew he was a player.
Player's a good word.
You got something
We got something.
big.
Yes.
Up next, did a foreign affair with a much younger fitness model lead to murder?
This was very well planned.
Or was Sean sleeping with the enemy?
She struck a nerve with him.
Oh, she struck a nerve. It basically was very blunt. He's having relationships with all these women. He's out there playing all of you.
Cops in Deerfield, Illinois are staring at a possible motive for Ronnie Ryder's murder. 17 of them, in fact, all here in a bizarre letter found near Ronnie's pregnant, bullet-riddled body.
Ronnie